Good morning, grade 5 students. For today, we are not going to have any lesson, but instead, we are going to have your product task in science for this term 3. And to start with, let us have our learning target. And our learning target is I can make a mobile art showing the 8 phases of the moon. So you already know that this is already a part of your art project, or it is integrated with your art subject. Target, we have the work plan, and our work plan will be science bits, the moon, and all about the PT. But in science bits, this should be in our, or this will happen in our synchronous class. So for today, we will first have the moon, or let's have a simple trivia or understanding about the moon and its 8 phases. Let's watch this.
Over 150 moons orbit the solar system's planets, and one of those moons calls Earth home. The moon was formed about 4.5 billion years ago, when, according to one theory, the Earth slammed into another early planet. Debris from this collision began to orbit Earth and accumulated, forming today's moon. The moon is the 5th largest natural satellite in the solar system, with a diameter just under the width of China. It's composed of an iron-rich core, plus a mantle and crust containing minerals made of magnesium, oxygen, and silicon. The moon's surface was once geologically active and covered in an ocean of magma. But today, apart from traces of water ice, the surface is completely covered in dust and rocky debris. Countless craters dot the moon's surface, each formed by objects such as meteoroids, comets, and asteroids crashing onto the moon. The largest crater, the South Pole Aitken Basin, spans across a quarter of the moon's surface and is nearly deep enough to fit Mount Everest inside. The moon orbits our planet at an average distance of 30 Earths. It rotates at the same rate that it revolves. So as it revolves around our planet, the same side of the moon faces the Earth at all times. From the Earth's surface, we can observe 8 distinct traditionally recognized stages of the moon's illumination. Called lunar phases, they have been observed for thousands of years and even provided the basis for the earliest calendars. For most of human history, the moon could only be studied from afar. But on July 20th, 1969, humans were able to close that distance with the American spaceflight mission Apollo 11.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
It placed humans on the moon for the very first time, bringing our understanding of Earth's only natural satellite one step closer.
All about trivia, or not just a trivia, but it is a fact about moon. So these are the materials that you are gonna be needing in making your PT or project task. Any from an old newspaper, Manila papers, or used papers, a medium-sized balloon, glue, plastic container for glue and water to mix up, a pair of scissors and masking tape, used toilet paper tubes, used tape, 1-inch paintbrush, poster paint or acrylic paint, and 1 sandpaper. Goal of this PT, you should be showing or show the different features of the 8 phases of the moon through mobile art. And the situation will be, the challenge is to make a mobile art of 8 faces of the moon to let your audience identify each differences. With that, your role will be a NASA officer that plans to have an exhibit about the moon, and you will make this mobile art about the moon. And of course, with this, you are going, or with the integration of art subject, you will come up with a mobile art showing the 8 faces of the moon and its features. These are the procedures of what are you going to do with your PT making. First, you prepare the materials for the PT making. Next, create the 8 faces of the moon through mobile art. Follow the steps of making a mobile art presented by the art teacher Miss Teya, or a video is being provided to you by Miss Teya, or you may watch any video from the YouTube or any reference on how are you going to make this possible. Okay, so while making the mobile art, take pictures of yourself. Take one picture or make pictures or one picture with the materials, one picture while making the mobile art, and lastly, one picture when you are holding the finished PT or mobile art. Then you are going to compile these 3 pictures in a PDF file format. Don't forget that you will rename it with your section and name. And then lastly, upload the file in the assignment feature of your product task learning package. Will be graded according to this rubric: 5 points for content, 5 points for utilization in the materials, 5 points for craftsmanship and creativity, and 5 points for participation, which is equal to 20 points. And the deadline of your PT submission will be May 21, 2021. That is Friday next week, week 8. If you have any question with regards to your PT, please message me through Messenger if you know my Messenger account or with the use of the Genio. Thank you very much and have a scientific day. God bless and see you next synchronous class.